whenever you're ready.
Excellent, 2 times.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm wearing 2 ties today. You know why? Because it's the fucking future, that's why. 2015. Back to the Future Part 2. 2 ties are in right now. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck my hoverboard is. I want a flying car. I predict that about 30 years in the future, in about the year 2045, we'll finally see flying cars in a movie that's set in 2075. Now, you know when they're going to come out with flying cars, don't you? Like the day after somebody invents a teleporter. It's like, oh, yeah, we don't want it anymore. Same thing with the wrist phones. Like, hey, we just invented the wrist phone. We have smartphones now. We don't want wrist phones anymore. Yeah, I'd like to... What's up with all these kids with all their pants inside out? What is that about? Making references. Now, if I had a time machine, I would go back to, like, I would just go all over history and just fuck shit up. And, not on purpose, just because I'm an idiot. But I would like to interview people from the past. You know, I'd like to talk to Jesus, get some things straight. You know, some people today need some things cleared up. And I'd be like, hey, dude, did you really rise from the dead? And they'll be like, no, that's a typo. It's supposed to say I rose from the bed. Yeah, you got a typo in there. Rose from the bed. There were me and 12 other guys hanging out in one hotel room, not enough beds. You know, some of us had to sleep on the floor. Accidentally stepped on one of the apostles, the Apostle Walter. Everybody talks about the time I walked on Walter. Is that in that book too? I think you got another typo. And I would go back in time to the early 90s, because political correctness was like a huge thing in the early 90s, and it's back again. And if I went back in time to the 90s, I would be able to out-PC all the PC people. They'd be like, don't say black, say African American. I'd be like, fuck you, it's not African American, it's people of color. I'm more advanced than you in political correctness, because I'm from the future. I'm wearing 2 ties. And they'd be like, you know, oh, don't call her a girl, call her a woman. And I'd be like, fuck you, don't assign a gender role without asking first how she identifies. He or she identifies, or it, or they, or some pronoun that hasn't been invented yet. Call somebody queer, they'd be like, fuck you, it's not, don't call them queer, that's an insult. It's alternative lifestyle choice. And I'd be like, fuck you, it's not alternative, it's not a lifestyle, it's not a choice. They prefer to be called queers. Yeah, who saw that coming? Yeah, queer is now the PC term. I'm sure no gay people actually got notified, but that's how PC works. So people were not talking about making up words. Let's see, what else? I don't like to get into debates with people online, especially, because a lot of them were in a debate club. They actually know formal rules, and I've decided that the debate club, a lot of schools have these, a lot of high schools, a lot of colleges, and debate clubs are the most useless thing that exists in the universe, like maybe second to the spork, you know, but the debate club is, like, after sport, debate club is the second most useless thing. Because you will never use those rules to win an actual argument. Never. Never. It's like, trying to win an argument with somebody using debate logic, that's like trying to defend yourself against a mugger with Queensbury boxing rules. It's just not going to work. Oh, he knocked me down, but he didn't go to a neutral corner. Referee! Doesn't work in real life. Like, try to win an argument with your significant other by citing logic and references. You will be singled by the time the timer runs out. You will. It doesn't work. doesn't work in a science lab, doesn't work in a courtroom, doesn't even work in a debate. Think about that. Debate club rules do not work in an actual political debate. Like, try to picture that. Try to picture two presidential candidates. Candidate A says, America is the greatest country in the world, and everybody here knows it. Big round of applause. Candidate B says, actually, great by what standard? You did not cite references. You are appealing to the masses. That is a logical fallacy. Your argument is invalid. Who do you think is going to win that election? Not candidate B. He's going to get punched in the face by everyone. Yeah, so I saw a commercial for Burger King. They said, have it your way. I said, okay, I want it free. Then I saw a commercial for Raid. It said it kills bugs dead. And I thought, that's a good idea. All this time I've been trying to kill them alive. And I saw a commercial for DirecTV. It said, don't just watch TV, DirecTV. So I called the people who made the commercial, told them to suck, do it over. Saw a commercial for Pepsi, and they did not have Pepsi Classic available. Pepsi Classic, it's Back to the Future Part 2 again. Two ties. I'm losing people. Yeah, but I did see an ad for Pepsi. It said, every Pepsi refreshes the world, so I didn't drink one. I just waited for somebody else to buy one. And I saw an ad for Bud Light. It said, it's endless refreshment from start to finish. And I said, how can something be endless and have a finish? Yes, I'm just going to bring it down to a few chuckles. Bring it down slower and slower. And then stop. I think this is probably an inappropriate time to bring this up, but I absolutely hate the birthday song.
Yeah!
The Happy Birthday song is the most annoying song ever written because when the other person is singing it, you have absolutely nothing to do but just stand there and stare awkwardly waiting for it to be over. It is the longest 15 seconds of your entire life. You just stand there, it's like, you just look at the cake like, that's a lot of candles. I gotta blow them all out in one breath or I'll look like a loser. Gotta work out my trajectory. They better not be trick candles or somebody's getting punched in the face. Yes. So the problem is that you have nothing to do. So here's my advice. The next time somebody starts singing you the Happy Birthday song, just start head banging to it.
Yes!
Granted, it's not going very, very fast head bang. It'll be rather slow, but at least it'll give you something to do. You're like, that's all I got for you tonight.